Well, good evening, folks. Dave Jorgensen here once more with the Super Affiliate Network. And anyway, I'd just like to share with you again a story. But, I've been talking about being held up running my traffic the last few days and how frustrating that is. Well, the story starts out back in the 60s. My buddy graduated in 65, and I graduated in 66. He bought a brand new 65 GTO, the tri-power and the 4-speed, and I believe it was the 411 rear end. But anyway, before 66 ended, we were in, these teeth are hard to talk with, but anyway, it was in September of 66, and a bunch of us got drafted. Well, they were drafted, and they were all going in as friends on the 6th of September. And I knew I was going to get drafted pretty quick because I wasn't going to college, and I just graduated from high school, and so I volunteered for, I called the draft board and talked to them, and they said I would probably be coming in about October, November. So I went ahead and volunteered for the draft. And so we all went in together. And anyway, we came home from Christmas vacation, and I was always thinking those GTOs were pretty nice. He used to race his. And then when we got out of the Army, a few years later, I think it was about 1971, I bought a 64 GTO with the same setup, a 389 and the tri-power. Supposed to be A1 mechanically, just needed some body work. It looked like somebody packed a bag of salt in the trunk, and it was all eaten out in that one spot. And I really liked that little GTO. And one time I was taking my brothers and sisters for a ride in it. They wanted to see how it went. Well, my brother is 9 years younger than me, and then the other two were about 4 or 5 years younger than him. So they were all piled in there. My little sister was sitting in the passenger seat, and my folks lived on a little hill. I was married at this time, and it was like a one-lane road. Two cars could meet, but it was basically a one-lane road, and a little hill come up past their house. And I can't remember whether I was the second or third year, but anyway, I got on that baby coming up the hill. And wouldn't you know it, the throttle stuck. And you know what happens when the throttle stuck? Man, I'm trying to get that thing on, and with a GTO like that in the lower gears, it don't take long, and you're flat moving. I looked over, and my little sister, she had them big blue eyes, and all I could see, they looked like two big blue saucers over there. Her eyes were just coming out of her head. And anyway, finally I shut the key off because I couldn't get the throttle to quit. And so of course we slowed right back down. But the illustration I'd like to use here is when you're in online marketing, you need to go full throttle. But you need to be able to have control of it when you're full throttle, so that you don't go too fast and make mistakes. Well, I'm to the point now where we're talking about traffic. Now I want rush hour traffic. I want to flood the funnels of my network with traffic, because that all transposes into sales and money. And the more traffic you run, the higher percentages you are. You know, you don't have high percentages of sales. You know, not everybody wants to do this, but they've got it worked out where you running a certain amount of traffic, you're guaranteed just about to make a certain amount of money, because of the way the statistics run. And I'm right there right now where I'm ready to go, and I'm having to wait till payday. And I want it, when I start taking off with my traffic, I want the throttle stuck. I want that throttle just stuck, because I'm focused on one way to go. It's like I'm on a drag strip now, and I've got 3 or 4 months, and I want it to really be going. So I want my traffic to be running full throttle, like that GTO did. I'd love to have that GTO back. You know, I could have made a nice car out of that, but had a perfect interior. You know, it was about 6 years old when I got it, 7 years old. But she ran. And that's the way I want my traffic to run. It's like that GTO. I'll kick all 3 carburetors in, and I'll be running traffic. By the time January gets here, I'll be full throttle with my traffic. I am so excited about that. That's what you need when you're in the super affiliate network, is traffic. You know, I had success with my traffic right off the bat, but then I had trouble getting my follow-up in place, where I'm following up on the leads that I get from my traffic. You know, I've only been having that going, and you're getting emails now because it's going. And I'm flooding the funnel. I'm going to be flooding that funnel with more traffic than it can handle, so that I'll have more sales. Well, you don't have more sales than you can handle. You never do. But there's always some place to put money. You know, and I could care less about being rich. I want to help people. You know, I want to help other people, you know, as well as helping them by getting them into the super affiliate network. I want to help other people with what I make, you know. I want to help my church. There's all kinds of projects, you know. I could care less about building up a huge bank account. I would like to have enough in there to take care of me should something happen and I lose this income. But anyway, I am really excited and so excited, you know. And I take that illustration, and that is the exact model I am in, the mode that I am in my business. Full throttle once payday gets here. And then I'll never be short on paydays again. That's it for tonight, folks. Click the link below and join me in this endeavor. It's exciting. You know, I'm only about 7-8 months behind where I should be if I hadn't stalled out with the tech. You know, that's my own fault. It's not the super affiliate network's fault. It's my own fault for not getting the help that was there all the time. Procrastination does not cut it. Good night. See you tomorrow.